Important information about this Sinister Doctor's Orders event, guys. So important. I am not opening any more of these orange orbs. We're talking about that in this video. Plus, SheHulk coming to the game, making the Fantastic Four a war defense team. What? Yeah, we're going to talk about that and more with my brother Khasino. So if you're ready for it, Khasino, tell him what to do, brother.
SheHulk, smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back for a weekend video. Yes, it is late, but there's some important information that we need to discuss. I am here with Khasino, who made me aware of this. What is up, brother? How are you doing?
What is going on? Doing good.
So we're going to talk about this Sinister event. There's some important information about these orbs that I was not aware of before. And when you texted me, I was like, why? That makes no sense. But before we get into that, how are you liking this event so far, brother?
I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's a lot of blitzing, but I like the PvP. You get really good value. You know, I just get my 7 wins and get that currency. So I'm enjoying that.
There's a
You like the humble brag?
Yeah,
the not so humble brag.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining that it takes forever. I don't know if you just get 7 wins.
Oh yes, I mean, I've been noticing it depends when you play. Sometimes I play and I get good matches. Other times, people are just throwing matches. So if I know if I want to play a real match, I log in at a certain time. If I want to play just get wins, I log in at a certain time. So just know your shard, guys. All right, let's get into this event because we have to open orbs to get this to get some of these milestones, some very good milestones. We discussed this in a previous video, but orange orbs, that is supposed to be the way to go. Or is it? Let's take a look at some of these rewards before we get into why it may or may not be. Left pillar, all of this stuff looks good. No complaints there. Center pillar, uncommon drop, 11%. That is pretty good. We got some T4 materials. We get 1 of that perhaps. Resource drop, also some promotion credit orbs. 4 and 5 orbs. I can't remember the name. They've been changed. They haven't been changed, but there's so many different names to these things.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. Orange gear, that is good. And that looks, and then more orange gear stuff right here.
Yeah, so it's the one with the lower chance is superior uniques, and the one with the higher chance is just normal orange gear.
Okay, got it. And then when we look at the last pillar here, we have some good stuff. We got mega orbs, gold orbs, and premium orbs, and then we just have different amount of fragments in this. All right, so pretty good right there. But if we look at this blue orb, actually, no, that's not what I want to do. Let's go back here, right here. Boom. We go to this blue orb right here. We see this blue stuff. This is kind of trash. So that the orange orb has that right there over there. The resource drop, very similar. Uncommon dread, this is trash right there. So the orange orb has that. And then the gear drop, not so good. But if we go all the way to this right pillar here, this is where it kind of gets interesting because it's very similar. Look at that. Same drop rates. Are the amounts of these exactly the same?
Yes.
All right, so that is the key, guys. It is all on this right pillar right here.
Well, wait.
Oh, okay. Before we move on to these numbers, what else do we need to discuss before we move on?
Well, no, I just want to clarify. It's mostly about that right pillar, but in the center pillar as well, the Elite 4 and Elite 5 credits are the same amounts, and while the drop rate is lower in the blue gear orb, it is not the right amount of lower compared to what it should be for the value.
All right, got it. So there's certain things you're gonna have a big advantage in the orange orb, but there's certain things that not. And let's go look at the numbers. You sent me this in text form. This is like the updated version of this. Ran the numbers. 80 orbs, which is 48,000 tickets. You're getting 30 orange orbs for the exact same amount of tickets, and extrapolated it out. you ran these numbers. Do you want to read these, or I feel like I'm dominating all the talking? So why don't you read these on screen?
No, by all means. Yeah. So for the same 48,000 tickets, which won't even get you all the milestones. So these numbers get even more exaggerated if you're going to hit all the milestones. But 48,000 was a nice round number. And yeah, basically, instead of getting 3 orange orbs, you can get 8 of the blue orbs. And so while you are missing out on some orange gear, the T4 ability mats, it's not that crazy. The T4 ability mats over 10 days, if you get the statistical average from 30 orange orbs, it's like 16 and a half T4 ability mats. So it's not a huge loss over all the time. And then it's... So yeah, you basically you're giving up a little bit of the orange gear, and it's not mini uniques either. It's mostly normal orange gear that you get from anything that gives orange gear, with a chance at some superior uniques, which we'll get to. But you get a lot more of everything else. Regarding the elite credits, you only get a little bit more of the elite credits. So the statistical average on the orange orbs would be 82 elite 5 and 1,485 elite 4. And if you go with the
for the sake of argument, well, let's just call that a wash. Even if that looks like it's slightly in the blue gear's favor, let's just for the sake of argument, let's say that it's exactly the same, just as a wash right there.
I mean, I'm gonna say it's it's a bit more than nice round numbers.
It's a little better, but.
But all right, I mean, it's like
the middle column right
more.
here, this is huge. This is huge enough to make up for all of that, even if it is a wash. Like this is some big numbers right here.
Yeah, so if you open those 30 orange orbs and you get the exact statistical average, you should get 3/4 of a mega orb from 30 orange orbs, whereas you would get more than 2 full mega orbs from the blue orbs. And if you're trying to get Doc Ock, 1 mega orb might make the difference for you if you're close. A lot of the X-Force characters are in there. Like, I just opened a mega orb today and I got Swarm. Ooh. So that was lucky, yeah. Then as far as the gold, so if you open the orange orbs, you'd get like 2.5 gold orbs. If you go with the blue orbs, you're going to get almost 7 gold orbs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and again, like 1 million drop, and that's way, way, way worth it. And same with premiums, 2.5 premiums or almost 7 premiums. You just get so many more of the orbs. And then the orange gear that you miss out on, by having so much more gold, you can buy the pieces of orange gear that you need with the extra gold that you'll get from the blue orbs as well. So for me, I think, and I should also mention, it's the same amount of points towards the event, because it's just basically 1 point per ticket. So it's not like
48,000 points towards the event right here for the tickets, and then for the same even the same amount of, different amount of orbs, but same amount of tickets.
Yep, but what's interesting is going from orange to purple, they did correctly downgrade what you're supposed to get for each thing. But for some reason, when you go to the blue orb, they didn't downgrade. I don't know. Maybe they want to give newer players more mega orbs and gold orbs.
Get it while it's hot, because they have been having a history. If these videos come out and then they correct things, so hopefully this is not egregious enough for them to go back and correct this. But as it currently stands, guys, in the game right now, this is seems like a very good value to me, trading off a little bit of extra orange gear, a little bit of these T4 mats for a lot more mega orbs, a lot more gold orbs, a lot more premium orbs, and then even this is slightly better, it's
like 20% more.
I said, just for the sake of argument, just call it a wash, but even that is slightly better, the Elite 4 and Elite 5 credits, so I like it. I'm going to be opening these blue gear orbs from now on until I hear that they've, hopefully they don't fix it.
Yep, I started earlier, and I do want to say, by the way, this was brought to my attention. Someone messaged me about this. I ended up running the math, but someone brought this to my attention. I don't know if they want to be credited or if they want to remain anonymous, because their alliance will be mad at them for putting this info out there. So if they want to be credited, I'll give their name to Valley, and he can put it in the video description.
And just we'll pin a comment or something like that. But so if it's not there, it's because he wanted to remain anonymous. All right. So yes, I'm gonna be opening blue gear from now. But let's move on. A big announcement this past Friday, blog post, SheHulk. We saw the message on Twitter, so I guess that wasn't a big surprise that it was actually SheHulk, and we saw her kit. A lot of questions. We saw her with the Fantastic Four. No Fantastic Four in the traits, at least not right now. As expected, though, a lot of changes with Fantastic Four allies. Looks like she's going to get to kind of the Namor treatment in there. But in this last segment right here, on Alliance War Defense, SheHulk increases the Fantastic Four damage, and her ultimate ability ignores taunt to attack the most injured enemy. I think the big thing right here is Alliance War defense. I was shocked by this. I think most of the community, and including myself, was thinking she would help them in the raids, making them a little more valuable in the raids. War defense, taking a team that is pretty viable for offense, putting them on defense. What do you think of this move?
Well, so first I want to call it OMG for this real quick. And I'm sure he didn't mean to say this, but he did a video. I think it might have been with you, but he did a video with someone, and he just said SheHulk is coming. She's going to make the Fantastic Four better in raid. Now he probably meant to say she's probably going to make it seems like speculation, but he said it as a statement. And again, he probably just left out a word and was just going on with what he was saying. But
I think he said the speculation at the time was raid, and I agreed with him because early on when they were first released, it was supposed to be Silver Surfer that made him a raid valuable team.
Right.
It was speculation, but I
right, but the reason so the reason I'm calling him out is there is a clip, I know because it got sent to me, where he just says SheHulk's coming and she's gonna make Fantastic Four better in raid. And I
guess I didn't see that clip there.
Yeah, and again, I'm sure he just didn't mean to say it, but at least on my Discord server, it caused a bunch of confusion because people were messaging me like, where did he get that? How does he know that? What did I miss? Was that in the data mines or whatever? So. Yeah, I think that's what threw people off. Because then I started repeating it. I was like, I guess he knows.
Not a raid character, obviously.
No.
What did you think when you saw this? Alliance War defense. So
a lot of people are not happy about this. I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. I like the versatility.
Namor's not very happy. I mean, he's kind of getting the treatment of the deep. Where's Namor gonna go now? He's not really viable outside of war offense. Now you're taking his team away from him. So you seem to know something that I don't. What is going on with Namor?
Not really. I just think a lot of people are attributing too much to this. So Namor does get some bonuses for being with the Fantastic Four, but he doesn't get anything crazy. He's just a ridiculous war character. Like, by himself, he just has basically a Dark Phoenix ult on turn 1. Like, he really doesn't rely on the Fantastic Four all that much. He's going to be better with them, but he's pretty plug and play. Like, he can go pretty much anywhere. I'm still going to use him a lot in Alliance War, and here's the thing. People get asking, like, so what team does Namor go on? And that's a natural question to ask, but it's like saying, so what team does Ultron go on now? Like, I don't know about you, but for me, well, so it depends what you need to counter. Sometimes I'm running X-Men with Ultron. Sometimes I'm running AIM-Tron, Fantastic Four-Tron. Some people are using Power Armor-Tron to take out Marauders. Namor's going to be the exact same thing. Namor's just a turn 1 Dark Phoenix ult, basically. So in any match where that is helpful, you can just bring him in.
All right, so not getting the treatment like the deep in the boys. He's not being that disrespected.
No, not at all. No,
that's exactly what I thought of when I thought of that. I was like, it's a C character and no disrespect. All right, let's talk about SheHulk though, because I was surprised that she is coming to war defense. What exactly is this supposed to counter? Is this supposed to counter some upcoming teams? Maybe the symbiotes. Maybe some of the teams that we've seen before, X-Force. I mean, who is this supposed to counter? Who's this supposed to stop? Who's this supposed to slow down with this Fantastic Four now going to war defense?
Well, so I'm not sure if it's intended as a specific hard counter. Like the whole thing about the Fantastic Four is that they were easy to disassemble if you could kill Johnny before Sue can even go, and pretty much SheHulk is going to fix that, right? Because on her opening ability, I guess she'll open with her ult and apply stun, and then she'll put taunt on someone. So I guess not. I spoke too soon. I'm looking. Actually, she's not gonna jump in with a taunt until her special. So she's just gonna stun someone up front and put a taunt on them. So she's gonna, by putting the taunt on whoever is.
Hopefully it's correct. Hopefully it's the correct taunt.
Well, it's gonna attack whoever with the most damage and then taunt and stun them. So it's gonna put taunt and stun on 2 people, basically, and the taunt is gonna go on most injured enemy. So I'm
wondering if that's still enough to keep him alive, keep Johnny alive on war defense, considering you're gonna be able to attack Johnny at will.
Right. So yeah. So if a couple people are stunned, especially your highest damage, then that should stall some time, and then she's going to use the special. It's going to reduce people's speed bar, like a chunk of people. We don't know how much, but it'll reduce some speed bar, and then she'll gain taunt and heal, and then we'll have to see how this times out. But having that taunt in until Sue's able to use her special, it should buy a good amount of time, and then she's gaining health on turn. And then when she gets stealth, she gains taunt and a heal. So when Sue uses that special, She-Hulk is going to pop out of stealth with a taunt ready to go. And she's going to keep getting charged up whenever herself or a Fantastic Four ally is getting attacked, and then she's going to fling negative effects back at them. So,
even that taunt kind of screws up Thing, though. Because aren't you wanting Thing to always counterattack? So this...
it's not always the thing, but when on defense, it would a lot of the times be the Thing, because people wouldn't be attacking the Thing. They'd be going after other people, and he'd have the most health. But it could be She-Hulk now anyway. But I don't think it's an issue if they're attacking She-Hulk, because then they'll still have to go through the Thing eventually. So it's a little bit of reflect damage that they won't be taking. But again, if it keeps Johnny alive, and it's fewer targets that they can quickly melt as well. So, I just think it'll make them formidable on war defense. I don't think that it'll make them necessarily the new super top tier war defense that'll be impossible to beat, but it'll make them yet another team. Like the Fantastic Four were a pretty solid team, and their major weakness was that you could do too much to them too early and disable them before they could get spun up. But She-Hulk seems like she's going to allow them to get spun up, and once they're spun up, you're going to have to take a pretty strong team to deal with them. Not necessarily your best offense team, but you can't just grab defenders or aim or something to be fine. They're a well above average team. So
they look very strong. I don't know if it's the most exciting thing to have another war defense team, especially when the other rumored and data mine characters are Scream and T-Venom, making those symbiotes so much more powerful. And so see what happens with this. I'm hoping eventually she gets a Gamma tag or some other tags to go along, and this is not her final team, but and we will have to see another protector for that Hulk team. Possibly.
Right, I am bummed out that she's not a hero brawler, so she can't fight alongside the hero brawlers. And I agree with you. It does make sense that she would be able to be a member of the Fantastic Four, and I like her adding an option to that team. But yeah, I'm with you. It's very odd that she doesn't work with anyone else when she...
And anticlimactic right now. It's is She-Hulk's coming to the game? Oh, war
just
defense.
For Fantastic Four,
a team that already has a role. So it's
add her to the list of characters that the AI is going to have a lot of fun playing.
Yeah, it's not...
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Not something I'm looking forward to as much as I was about a couple days ago.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'm still happy about this because I have an above average Fantastic Four. I went really, really hard on them when they first came out with the mindset being oh, they're going to keep adding characters to this team. I'm definitely going to get my investment's worth. And this isn't quite what I had in mind, but while they're an above average war offense team, especially with Namor, they're not, I can't use them for any of the really big, really scary war defenses right now. So I kind of like this as now I'll definitely get good value out of them, and I didn't really depend on them too much on war offense anyway, and it frees up Namor, who was doing most of the heavy lifting for them on war offense anyway. So yeah, I can work with.
Not sure. I might keep him on offense for a little while. I'll see how what I'll have to counter with my opponents. But
I think you get
I might not be using She-Hulk for a little bit.
I think you get 2 for 1. If you put She-Hulk with your Fantastic Four, you have a solid defense, and then literally defenders plus Namor. Not that that's my recommended use case for Namor, but even defenders plus Namor will become a pretty scary war offense team.
Right.
So.
Right.
Maybe
I think that's eventually how it end up. I'll let all you guys test it out and let me know before I do that.
But yeah, and we need numbers as always. I need to see, like, I'm hoping she'll have some crazy health and armor because she's a protector, but it really matters, like, how much is she going to keep healing for? Is she going to have crazy resistance to keep this taunt? How much speed bar?
You mentioned we don't know the numbers. That was a blog post that we did have the numbers. I thought, oh my goodness, we're gonna have numbers from now on, and then they just went back to this. So I gotta, Cerebro, come on. We had the numbers in one of the blog posts, and then we never had it again. Yeah, it was so nice. It was so nice. Put it back.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry
this
for the
works.
tangent, but it needed to be said.
This works as a teaser, but yeah, I wouldn't. You know, it's fine to like do this one day, but then yeah, like a couple days later, let the envoys put out the numbers or something.
All right, well, yes, blue orbs for now, and SheHulk. Let me know your thoughts on her in the comment. Is this a character that you guys are excited about or not so excited about? And what are you guys gonna do with your orbs? I know what I'm doing. Khasino, what are you doing with your orbs?
I'm just opening the blue orbs.
Oh, I'm going to do that from now on as well. Before you go, my friend, anything to promote? Where can people find you?
YouTube.com/Khasino, Discord.gg/Khasino, and every day at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Twitch.tv/Khasino. I'm easy to find.
Sweet. And all the links are going to be down below, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, smash, go to that notification bell and click on that. Share this with your friends as well and leave a comment. All that good stuff, guys. I will see you guys next time. Worldwide Nutrition, the links are down below. The saves on that. And then BlueStacks. Give me a Hulk Fist bump. I'll see you guys in the morning on Twitch. ValleyFlyin 76. Hulk Fist bump out.